Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Aunt Kitchen Table, where all the magic happens for our family. I'm here tonight to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, but let's face it, let's put those leftovers aside. Thanksgiving has come and gone. It's now time for everyone's favorite holiday, Christmas. And that means it's time for me to tell you why you should buy a house before the year ends. So without further ado, the top 10 reasons you should buy a house this Christmas. Number 10, a house is easy to wrap. You simply throw a wreath on the front door with a big fat red bow on it and you're done. No messing around with the tape, getting it stuck on your fingers, and be wrapping a present halfway through it and realizing you didn't cut out enough wrapping paper, and by the time you're done with it, the package is all mangled and it looks like your 3-year-old helped you wrap the present. Not something you want to do. So just buy a house and call it a day. Number 9, if you buy a house with a fireplace, you'll finally be able to burn all that coal you get every year in your stocking. And here you thought Santa was telling you that you'd been a naughty boy or girl for the year, when really he was just trying to help you out and save on your energy bills. Alright, speaking of fireplaces, number 8, you'll finally have a mantle for hanging your stockings. And I guarantee you that Santa Claus will really appreciate it, because he gets tired of rooting around in your laundry basket every year, looking for socks to stuff your presents under. Okay, let's be honest. My socks never make it into the dirty hamper, so Santa Claus would really appreciate it if I had a mantle, and I know he'll like yours too. Alright, number 7. You should buy a house this Christmas because you'll finally be able to get a living room with ceilings high enough that you'll be able to fit in that 12-foot Christmas tree you get every year. I mean, how annoying is it to bring a tree home year after year after year and have to chop off at least 4 feet of it every time? Do you realize how frustrating that is? Do I look like a lumberjack to you? Oh wait, I could just get a shorter tree. Well, anyway, let's move on to reason number 6. And this is an important one. If you're like me, you've got a daughter or somebody in your life that every year asks you for a horse. A horse for Christmas. Who really wants that? But this year, you'll be able to distract her with a bright, shiny new bedroom that she can call her very own. And let me tell you, that equals winning in my book. Because have you ever smelled horse poop? Much less tried to scoop it? Not something you want to be spending your holidays on. Alright, speaking of large animals, what if your kids really get what they've asked for every year? In this case, you'll want to buy a house for Christmas that preferably has some property and even a pool, so that when your kids start singing this song, you'll know exactly what to do. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. Oh, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I don't think Santa Claus will mind, will you? He won't have to use a dirty chimney flue. Just bring him through the front door, that's the easy thing to do. Oh, sorry, I got lost there for a moment. Yes, anyway, you don't want a hippopotamus, but if you do get a hippopotamus, you're going to want lots of land and a pool for him to swim in. Alright, now our 4th reason you want a house for Christmas is you'll finally have your own place to decorate. The exterior of your house is a giant empty canvas, just awaiting your inspiration. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, screams the true meaning of Christmas like a giant inflatable Yoda dressed up like Santa Claus in your front yard, right next to those lovely animated deer, all lit up like your mother-in-law in her 5th glass of sherry. Okay, that last one was a joke, by the way. I love my in-laws, and if you're watching this, I really do love you all, and they're always sober, I promise. In fact, I love my family so much that that's reason number 3 you should buy a house for Christmas. Getting a larger kitchen with a double oven will help you keep the peace when all the relatives are gathered around your table for the family Christmas dinner. Finally, great Aunt Nellie can have her Christmas roast and you can still have your Christmas ham. You know the one I'm talking about, with the sliced pineapples and the maraschino cherries on top. And as for Cousin Leonard, who thinks you need a 3rd oven to cook his tofurkey, who invited that guy anyway? You don't need that kind of negativity in your life during this festive season. Alright, we're coming down to the last 2 reasons, and they're very important, so listen carefully. The second reason, or the number 2 reason why you should buy a house for Christmas, is you'll get that home gym that you've always wanted. Of course, I know that if you're like me, you probably eat a little bit too much during the holiday season, and working out's not really a priority of yours. So after you've eaten all that wonderful holiday food, I know you'll wanting to be burning a few pounds in the new year. And you'll be needing a room to hold all that exercise equipment that I'm sure Santa is bringing you. Plus, let's face it, it'll be easy enough to convert into a laundry room come mid-February. And I hear that a treadmill or a workout bike is a wonderful place to hang your socks when they're drying. And hey, maybe Santa Claus will have an easier time finding them next year if you run out of room on your mantle. And finally, we get to the absolute most important reason why you need to buy a house this Christmas. The best part about being an adult is that you get to buy your own presents, right? And what is a better present to give yourself than a house this year? It sure beats fighting traffic to get to the mall, and then you got to stand in the line there, a long, long line as you're waiting to sit in Santa's lap. And you finally get into his lap and you sit there and you ask him for that official Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot range model air rifle that you've always wanted and that you've asked for since you were a kid, but your parents said you could never have because, you know what, you'll shoot your eye out. Well, trust me, you don't want to be sitting in Santa's lap when you're 37 years old. It's awkward for you, it's awkward for him, eventually mall security gets involved, the mall cops are all around you, and it just gets awkward for everybody. So trust me, buy yourself a house for Christmas and save yourself that trip to the mall to sit in Santa's lap. So there you have it, the 10 reasons why I think you should buy a house for Christmas. Oh wait, there seems to be another reason here. It seems that my producer and my wife has slipped another note in here on me. So there apparently are 11 reasons we should buy a house for Christmas. Let me read what she says here. She says, I can finally have a home with more than one bathroom. I'm tired of sharing it with you, 4 kids, and the cat. Well, hey, honey, let me tell you this. At least the 2 dogs have the courtesy to use the backyard as their bathroom, and that counts for something, right? Doesn't it? But it looks like I might need to be buying a house for Christmas myself. So I better sign off for now and get looking for that house, so that way I can have a Merry Christmas, and so that way Santa Claus can get off the hook. So again, Merry Christmas to you all, Happy Holidays, a wonderful New Year. Look forward to helping you all out and get that house for Christmas that you've always wanted. God bless and take it easy.